Alright, let's get out of here. Or not. It seems Master Golbez has underestimated you. The Lord of Wind, Barbarisia. You disappoint me, Kain, falling back into such weaklings, despite your powers. I've simply come to my senses. I've grown sick of siding with animals like you. You snotty little wretch, I'll enjoy killing every one of you. With the old man and his meteor gone, you stand no chance. Let's see about that. Oh boy, another boss fight. Focus. Aha. Items, Gaia Hammer, White Magic, Cura. Attack, jump. Violent Wind inhibits regular attacks. Only jump attacks will work. Well, it's a good thing I have a Dragoon. You also heal way more than Tella, it feels. What the heck? Kain, my guy. Kain. Brother, you just came back to the party. I need you to, like, not be bad at life. Well, at least she took her shield down. She took pity on me. Ouch. Oh, the double hit. The tornado into Ray combo is very mean. Okay, so even... Oh, I see. So even if you miss, you still will take down the shield. That is awesome. I like that. Well, you're pretty much, like, not doing much at all here, so that's just kind of how that is, I guess. Ouch. Also, does it... No, I think I'm just going crazy. Feels like Rosa's cast amount is less than Tella for spells, but I could be wrong. Kain needs healing, but he needs to actually be down here for like 3 seconds to actually take some healing. Also, I should do this, hold on. I mean, prayer unanswered. Man, she really has agility, huh? She really has agility for days, doesn't she? Oh, hum. Oh, hum. That's great. That's just nice. Okay, that's fine. Wow, good job. What? Oh. Did I hit grid on accident? That's not what I wanted. Ooh! I mean, it's not going horribly, I would say. I don't know. It's kind of going horribly. I would love to see how much, you know, health you have. You know, that'd be kind of nice, I feel, to learn. Yeah, I know. This fight's gonna take a while, isn't it? Same amount of damage. Okay, good to know. Did not do much at all. Oh, God. Kain at least has max HP. That's pretty good. And everyone's also doing pretty fine. Rosa and Cecil could use some health, but hey, you know, I mean, that's fine. Oh, what I would give for Sid to hit an attack. Nice. Oh my god. How much health do you think she has left, chat? Oh. It's not over. The last elemental lord still remains. Regardless, you'll never leave here alive. The tower's collapsing. Damn it. That car. Hold on to me. Teleport. This is... Yes, it's your room in Baron. Now that we've taken care of the fake king, there's nothing to worry about. Cecil, there's something I must tell you. What is it? It's about the crystals. Well, we've lost Troya's earth crystal to Golbez, which means he now holds all the crystals. Not quite. He only has 4. You mean there are more? I've heard the legends, but they can't be true. Can't mean... They are. The dark crystals are real. Makes sense? After all, our world has the light crystals. So, where are these dark crystals? In some other world, perhaps? Exactly. So you see, Golbez only has half the crystals. Well, now that we know they exist, how do we go about finding them? Golbez knows of their location. And there's no time to lose. Where are they? They lie under the surface of the earth, in the underworld. It can't be. Underworld? Are you sure about this? That's what I heard Golbez say. He also said that when all the crystals of light and darkness are gathered, a path to the moon will open. A path to the moon? I'm not sure exactly where it is, but this key will help get us there. Here, you take it. This is a key? If we use it somewhere, it should open a path to the underworld. But where? Yeah, where to use it? I wish I knew. Ah, no worries. We'll just fly around the world on the Enterprise till we find the place. We lost the airship near the Tower of Zant. Pshaw, my baby's equipped with autopilot. I bet she's flown back already. Then we have a plan. Sid, what would we do without you? Alright, we leave first thing tomorrow. Let's rest up for our journey down the world. I still don't understand. Why didn't Golbez finish me off at the tower? Cecil? Sorry, I was just thinking aloud. Come on, let's get some rest. All set. Alrighty. I believe that puts us at about halfway through the game, which is pretty awesome. And I have almost 100,000 gil. We have a lot to do here. What I would like to do is go and get that one chest from the tower that I missed out on previously. And then we can move on with the main story here. And then I think I will call the stream in 1 hour, because I do need to go play D&D today. But, I mean, I think we got a lot done, you know? I think there's at least a couple of things we can still do within the hour, so that's exciting. Let me also go to the town of Mithril. Is it this one? No, this is Argard. I want to go to Mithril, because Mithril had some stuff, and I can at least equip people up a little bit. And also buy some items. This is Mysidia. Fuck. Is this Mithril? I literally have a map. Yes. Right. So with this, I can at least get a little bit more in terms of items here. Yeah. And then I'll get some items. It's about time I start getting some good items too, like high potions as opposed to regular potions. But if I can get 99 potions, I'll be happy too. Is this really better? And then I need to go to... Mysidia has the potions. Okay, Mysidia has the high potions. I see. So that's fine. Aw, I kind of miss Tella. His death was really good, but didn't hit me as hard as the two twins from last time. That one just, I think, hit harder because they were just kids, you know? Like, you gotta feel bad for them. But also, it's interesting because so we're going to go find the Dark Crystals, which was mentioned at the end of Final Fantasy II. That we kind of found all the Light Crystals, and then there was also the Dark Crystals, right? And the Dark Warriors of Light came together at the end to take down the Emperor. So I think it's really cool that, you know, we get to now go collect those very same Dark Crystals. I mean, I do wish I had more ethers, but at least of having 99 high potions, I think is going to make my life a lot easier because each one at least restores about 500 HP. And so far, it doesn't seem like anyone has that much HP. Okay, so magic, Cura costs 9. Cura costs 9. Okay, so I'm just being weird then. Okay, Cura. Life. Suna, protect. I don't have shell. Yikes. I am probably going to keep the double XP on for a little bit too. This game is hard. So surely now with 5 party members, I should do a lot better with defeating these stupid ogres. You know? Surely, right? They might still hit very hard, but at least I'll just be in a much better position. Oh, never mind. They hit like nothing. They don't hit hard at all. They do have a lot of HP though, so I do need to actually like find some way to do good damage against them. Oh, yeah! I mean, that's pretty much going to do it. That will be fantastic if I can just do that over and over again. That's going to help a lot, too. I love when my prayers go unanswered. That's so nice. fucking ass! Please, Yang, 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 please. Come on, 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 come on. Yes! I'm going to assume Rosa and Kane are going to be here for the rest of the game, so I will, because she is a white mage, so I assume she's going to be here for a while at least, but lordy almighty. Okay, here we go. Rosa's killing it from the back row. She is! That's why I think I prefer giving my backline a bow, because good lord, she just does damage like crazy. Like, that was 1,000 damage with that bow. Insane. Yeah. My grandma's the oldest person in the village. She knows everything. Where's old Granny? Where's Granny Gumdrops? Oh! Oh! Here we go! Sure looks deep. What in the world? Oh! Whoops! Did anyone notice that? Did anyone notice that? Oh, you know? Okay, that's cool, I guess. Don't mind me. I just caused a giant crater in the world. Man, we really are just the most we bomb everything in this goddamn game. That Cecil's always coming down to causing havoc. I know, right? The Red Wings. They're already here? Ow. Uh-oh. How did they beat us here? And who are they fighting? I'm gonna burst through the line. Hang on! She won't hold together! We're going down! You know, chat. Cecil! Is this the most accurate representation of the Nether before the Nether existed? Rosa! Is everyone alright? Yeah, but the Enterprise, we have to land. It's too risky to fly in this condition. We have no choice. Let's take her down. Oh, I meant to say do that in Sid's voice, but I forgot. Guys, we are in the Nether. Dwarven Castle. Lolly ho! This is the Dwarven Castle. King Gyot rules here. Goldbez is evil, but you don't look evil. Go see King Gyot. Gyot. I'm Luca. My dolls disappeared. Have you seen them? Oh my god. Finally, I have the freedom from work and can drive home. My man, good shit today. Good job, man. You rest up and drive safe. Welcome! You are... I am King Giat, ruler of the underworld. State your business. We've come in search of the Dark Crystals. Ah, I see. Same as the others. But from what I've witnessed, I gather you are not from their side. Please, tell me you still have the Dark Crystals. Unfortunately, they have stripped us of 2. Now only 2 remain in our possession. Oh, you're a fraction too late. The castle's crystal is still safe. Our tanks fought them off. So those were your tanks we saw battling the airships on our way here. King Giat. That's what I'm saying, bro. King Giat. Airships, you call them? You overworlders create many incredible wonders. Our tanks have taken quite a beating. Can you help us with your airship? We'd love to, but she got busted up real good in the crossfire before. I need to repair her first. We will do anything in our power to help you repair your airship. Ah, she won't last in the heat of this magma anyway. I'll fix her as best as I can for now. But I still need to fly back up to the surface and gather some mithril to armor her better. Sid! Just button up and relax. I'll be back before you know it. Be careful, Sid. No worries. I'm a tough old man. I do that whole thingy, that whole dual streaming thing, so I don't have to upload my VODs, except I do upload my VODs now anyway, because I do a different way of recording these, I guess. Ha 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 ha, hi YouTube. Yo, should I do the YouTuber thing? Yo, if you're listening to this VOD right now, you know, hit a hi in the comments below. King Giat, where is the crystal? You uploaded a video and I was hearing double Goldies. Yeah. There's 2 of me. In the safest place in the castle, hidden behind my throne. Yang, what's wrong? Someone is spying on us. What? Uh-oh. Lolly ho! Lolly no! Perhaps it was your imagination. I wish it were so, but I definitely sense a presence. Open the door! Yes, sire. It's locked. Yip ho ho. Dolls? Oh boy, look, normally October is a spooky month, but I guess we're doing horror right now. Guess who? Yep. Calcobrinas. We're cute. And we're scary. We'd love to kill. Let's take their heads. Yeah! A gift for Golbez. Yippee-ho! Oh, no. I don't have a black mage anymore. That's kind of sad. Thankfully, they don't hit very hard, but... Ooh, mama! Combine! Oh! That is horrifying. That is horrifying. Yikes. Kane? Good job. You hurt yourself in confusion. And unconfused yourself. That is like the best outcome you could ever ask for when a party member gets confused. man. Ah! I should Kiraga. Thankfully, Yang is doing some good damage. Kain can do some good damage when he actually hits his shots. I should probably get Cecil back up. Nice. Never mind, don't even need it. Ow! You big bullies! But now Golbez knows about this place. He's gonna get ya! Sir Golbez! What? Our paths cross again. Go get the crystal! Go get the crystal! Oh, you fools! Golbez! Oh boy. This stream is brought to you by 6 2/3. Because he deserves everything. I commend you for finding your way to the underworld. To reward your efforts, I shall tell you why I'm collecting the crystals. I shall require all 8 in order to reactivate the Tower of Babel, which leads to the moon. Legends say a power beyond our comprehension can be found there. I only need 1 more crystal to turn my dream into reality. You have been of great aid to my quest. Now prepare for your final reward. Oh man, bro. I am not healed for this fight.
A 1,000 thanks for giving me official sponsorship. A corporate sponsor ensures that their patrons get paid accordingly. 1K shouty thanks.
Let's go. Yeah, man, you're official. You're a corporate sponsor now. Open your eyes and gaze upon true terror. Shadow, come forth. It's okay, Kain is in the air. Farewell, Cecil. Thank you for the 46 bit 6. My shadow dragon. As destroyed by mist? That can only be one person. Are you okay? You should be able to move now. That voice. Rydia! How's that bullying? Chill for Raid Shadow Legends? Hell no, I'm gonna pass on that. Why is that an auto-modded term? I don't get it. How is that bullying? That's a positive connotation word, isn't it? Or am I dumb? Did Rydia get older? He looks older. This cannot be. You know, I probably should have helped up the others, huh? Well, we did it! We defeated Golbez! Busted by a mere chocobo. You're right. Rydia! You look so different. What happened to you? Leviathan took me to the land of summons. What's that? It's the world of the monsters I can summon. We became friends during my stay, and I learned a lot there. I can't use white magic anymore, but I've grown stronger as a summoner. Time flows quite differently there, so I may have aged quite a bit. Oh! That's okay! Wait, that explains why sometimes I say Rydia both as a kid and as an... Oh! I've seen, like, sometimes art of, like, Rydia being, like, 2 different forms, and I'm like, what the heck? I'll say, you're all grown up. Cecil, who is she? It's the girl we found in Mist. She survived? Fortune favors us indeed. Rydia, we owe you our lives. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. The queen of the land of summons said to me that a great force is secretly at work. We must confront it together. Yo, what's up, Nep? How's it going, bro? And so we shall. Oh, hell yeah. Links are at the 15 stream streak. Let's go, my boy. Happy New Year to you, Nep. How's it going? How was your New Year's? I cannot perish. Yo, this guy is crazy. The crystal! Forgive me, Golbez has taken the crystal. 1 crystal left. We must protect it at all costs. Yes, where can we find it? It's the sealed cavern to the southwest, where Golbez is no doubt heading. Do not worry, he cannot enter without the key. I have a request. We will do anything. It was our fault the crystal was stolen. I want you to receive the 7 crystals from the Tower of Babel. That won't be easy. Yeah, I presume it will be fortified. Do not worry, I have a plan. You will sneak in and seize the crystals while our tanks distract them. The plan must be executed immediately before Golbez returns from the sealed cavern. What do you think? A large force might be waiting. It's a risk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. As His Majesty says, now might be our only chance. Alright. We will go to the tower and reclaim the crystals. Rydia is back in my party, let's go. You can have a whip? Can you still hold a crossbow? Oh boy, magic, black magic, blizzard. Blizzara. Alright, hold on. Fire. Fire. Blizzard. Blizzara. Thunder. Thundra. Bio. Growing out of your emo teen phase is realizing that Reese's is a goated candy again. She's a druid, of course she could use a whip. Yeah, you know, good point. Reese's is a goated candy, I agree. Boy, heck, if only I had a Phoenix. Apparently the game's like, oh, I don't have Phoenix. I mean, I guess I won't say no. What a great start to a area theme. That trumpet was amazing. Found 5,000. How's the marathon been? It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I really should stop calling these marathons because I'm not actually doing marathon style streams. But, you know. This is a big Coach Chocobo area. Okay, I see. But it's been good. I'm excited to keep... I think next stream will be the one that I finish off Final Fantasy IV. And then I'll do Final Fantasy V. So I'm excited to continue playing these. And then it's Trails for a bit, and then it's going to be our favorite Octopath Traveler 2 afterwards as well. Then he starts 6. I'm not playing 6. I literally just rewatched another, like, somewhat full playthrough of 6. And I'm sorry, the game just does not interest me. Oh, what in the world? What in the hell? Is that black belt gi better for Yang? Very better. It's not like 6 is a bad game. I just feel like I'm not interested in the way it's... I don't know. Its story is good, but I just haven't really, like... I don't vibe with it as much as I think other people do. I think the story is pretty good, but I just don't want to play it. A dwarven axe, can't use that. A great bow, I mean, I could get a blinding arrow, flame sword, fire lance. It's worse. I think the blood one is better. It's pretty dark, especially after the halfway mark. Yeah, that's for sure. Like, I do think Kefka's a great villain. I think all the characters of 6 are really good too, no doubt about it. But like I said, it's interesting because I think I still fully believe that I think Final Fantasy IV does the given character story plot a little bit better than 6 for me. But maybe I'm just being a hater. I was a hater of 7 as well, and then I played Remake. I was like, okay, I jive with it now. Rebirth is fine, but Remake was amazing. I jive with Remake so hard. The dev team office abandoned. Oh, you can't go in here anymore? What? What? You can't go in there anymore? They took it away? Wow, that is so bad. You originally could go in there. Man, if that ain't the stupidest thing to take out, that is crazy, man. Square Enix, why are we like this? I wish Rebirth didn't exhaust me. I pushed to the end during doing all the content, but damn. The mini-games, I swear to God, the mini-games in that game were way too much. Is what I find is the biggest issue of Rebirth. There was like so little story compared to the amount of minigames and side content that it's like, holy hell, dude. You spend more time in minigames than in battles, I swear. Which, because it's crazy, because if you ignore the side content, right? Rebirth is exactly what was really nice about Remake, you know? Which was, like, the modern retelling of the story. And yes, I know Rebirth especially does more crazy with the whole, whatchamacallit, changing of the story and everything. But I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Have I not gone down B2? But man, ugh. I think I have missed a couple of chests. 3F, 1F, B2. Yeah, what's up, Wobbs? Lollyho! Ah, there we go. Cottage, cottage, cottage. Nice. That's gonna be helpful. It feels like tents and cottages do the exact same thing in this game, though. Wow. But yeah, like, there's a lot of Rebirth that I really liked. Remake was left deep in by the end, but I think Rebirth's additions to the main story are nice. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like what's interesting about Remake is, like, yeah, it's kind of, like, crazy in the last, like, 10 seconds of it, especially with when you fight the Arbiter and everything. We will find the Tower of Babel. Okay. I think I'm good, because I got all the chests in the other area, so we can move on now. I thought the whispers, at least, the original scene's hit hard for me, like Dyne and Barret. Oh my god, I have complaints about that too. But for Remake, at least, I think I liked the way they did the whispers, to be honest, because it was just, like, somewhat different, at least. But if we ignore the whispers, like, how they told the story of Midgar was so good. I think with the general flow of Midgar was exactly what they needed to do, right? Even if it's not fully one-to-one, it's a fully modern realization of what Final Fantasy VII originally was, right? In the Midgar section. And I, like, really liked what they did there. Even if it was linear, and even if it, like, you know, had a lot of issues with it too. I think just what they ended up doing was, like, so good. It was, like, so good. And yeah, like, the Arbiter and the whole Whisper thing was, like, kind of crazy. Oh, I learned Shell. Nice. Rebirth, however, though, like Nep said, has the biggest weird issue of just like going so weird on the deep end. And I just don't really fully understand what the thought process was, because in the original there was the whole thing with Dyne and Barret, and then they, like, force you into a fight with, like, what was it? It was Don Corneo. And it's like, why? Why do we need to? What the heck? What's weird about it too is that the actual fight between Dyne and Barret was, like, so emotional, right? But anyhow, I want to take a quick pause on my Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth conversation here to say hi, Juniper. Hi, streamer that I also like watching. You get a shout out. I will do that. I will do that, and you do get a shout out. How are you doing, buddy? How was your Animal Crossing stream that you totally did not tell anyone about? Is the shout out thing calling me June because I share my bio on Twitch? Yes. It was Palmer. Palmer, right? Yeah. I thought it was Don Cornell. No, yeah, you're right. It's Palmer. Yo, what's up, Chill Vibes? Whatchamacallit? Yeah, and so it's like, because in the original, Dyne and Baird had a very like emotional like scene and everything as well, right? And it's not. And the funny thing too is, like what's these? I cannot even like think right now. What's interesting is that tell to stop reading my pub. Yeah, you know, your internet's busted up. No, that sucks. How you say, I think the fight between Baird and Dyne was really good in Rebirth too, like as a normal story. And then they're like, oh, haha, Palmer's here, go fight him, I guess, while Baird is still mourning the loss of his friend. Like, what? Why? But my biggest gripe with Rebirth is I even got over the whole open world thing, like, you know, the Breath of the Wild style-esque thing. I'm like, whatever, I don't care anymore. It's fun, it's fine, it does not matter to me. It's just the mini games. Like, honestly, Chadley's big, like, go and do collectathon stuff was fine. I was okay with that as well. I was like, all right, you know, this is just kind of how it is. You know what? Holy Arrow. Great bow. And then I think these are actually stronger, huh? Yeah, Thunder. Fine. Like, that was fine. It's just the minigames of Rebirth that are just so horrendous, and there's so many of them, and it just takes you out, because, like, one second you're doing main story, and it's great, and then the next second, it's like, oh, congratulations, here's, like, 6 minigames, and everyone, like, being very, like, silly and happy, and it's like, it just takes you out of it. I do not want to waste that much MP for this, so we're just gonna do this. And like most of the time, it literally would be just that, where you'd have, that's why it took me so long to even beat Rebirth in the first place. Because it'd be like, okay, cool, here's the main story section, and then I would like have to spend like 2 hours then doing other side things. The side quests were fine too. I actually enjoyed the side quests in Rebirth for the most part, because I like that they introduced you having more bonding time with specific party members, where it's like, oh, this side quest is specifically Tifa related, or this side quest is specifically Yuffie related, or yada yada, right? But oh my god, everything else, it's like, why did we need to do this? And I hear that probably they want to keep the same amount of minigames in the final one as well, and I'm like, no, don't you dare. BTW changing the landscape is all good, grand, except when games have no business trying to emulate that formula. And the thing is like every single game now is Breath of the Wild. Oh my god. Because that's issue it happens in, yes. And even, you know what's funny is Breath of the Wild did so good and so bad for the industry. Metroid Prime 4 was a Breath of the Wild style game, and it hurt the game so much. Which I find kind of funny, all things considered. But, you know. Do not mention Prime 4, it hurts me. I think if I look at just the remake portion of Final Fantasy VII, right? I think remake was really, really well done. And I will stand by that to the end of time. Rebirth is where things decided, you know what, we are not just doing a one-to-one remake anymore, we're going to change, and we're just going to be very, like, weird with it. And also, like, not only try and be, like, good for the modern gamer for Breath of the Wild fans and everything, but we're just also going to make it very frustrating to do a lot of things in the first place. And it's like, I don't understand the thought process, to be honest, of any of it. Because the main one-to-one story things that happen in Rebirth were still amazing. Like the Tower of the Ancients, really freaking good. Cosmo Canyon's story section, arguably with Red 13, pretty darn cool. The whole thing with the Gi and interacting with the people of Cosmo Canyon and them being like, look, we're from another world. We came to this world and now we're stuck because we want to actually go back to our world, but because of Sephiroth and the whole thing with the live stream, we can't actually leave. And so we're stuck here. And it's like, whoa, that's really cool, actually, you know? Hell, I'll even say that the addition of Zack's stuff in Rebirth is also really cool too, because it's at least somewhat different. And, you know, like, it's fun. I think it's fun. But everything else, oh god. Oh god, the actual thing. Like, look, Gungaga, fantastic region. I will cry if you have to, if I have to go through that again. If I have to go through Gungaga again, I will cry. Because running around that area was torture. I'm sorry. That one physically hurt my soul. What'd you guys say? I think that'd be fun. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm watching Vinny Vinesauce play Metroid Prime 4. When Metroid Prime 4 was a Metroid Prime game, it was awesome. And then everything else was bad about it. You know, though, some would say that TOTK being a Breath of the Wild copy hurt that game, so... I think it's because, from what I understand, how much really changed between the two games, right? Outside of the extra story and the game mechanics, right? Like, a lot of it was, in a sense, the same, right? I think that's kind of where the issue lies with that one. How the hell? Come through here. I should maybe not have started this story section because I only have 20 minutes before I have to leave. But I also, like, I don't know, maybe I'll try and defeat one more dungeon before I go. Because again, I will still say this. One thing Remake and the Rebirth duology do very well compared to the original Final Fantasy is they really do make Cloud and Party 10 times more enjoyable to listen to. A lot of the dialogue of 7 was fine, no doubt about it, but I personally found it very hard to relate to Cloud, not even just as an edgy edgelord, but just as a protagonist that really just didn't do a whole lot for me. Barret was a product of his times, and then it was just like, yeah, we got freaking Tifa, and we got Aerith, and that's about it, right? So, Yuffie was just pure teenager 90s, whatever, and that also wasn't exactly that great. But you look at it now, and it's like, wow, Remake, Cloud has so much more to his character. There's an actual good differentiation between Tifa, who's very loving, even though she's a brawler, and Aerith, who, despite everything, is just a lovable goof. She's just a dork. Like, she's from the slums, of course she's gonna swear. But she's a dork, you know, and it's fun. You know, and Yuffie, oh my god. Yes, she's still a teenager from the 90s at heart, but she's so funny, and the amount of interactions that she has with Barret is just so adorable, and it makes her so much more fun as a character. On top of the fact, the DLC that we got with her after Remake in the Integrate chapter, cool. Now she has stakes as well, because she lost someone close to her, and saw, like, you know, Midgar get, like, blown the heck up. What was his name? Son? Like her partner? And that scream that her voice actress does at the end, oh, fantastic, right? I think it was just so well done. I might just fight for a little bit and just chat because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this entire dungeon. So yeah. Red 13 exists, and I've always been okay with this character. I know people are very annoyed by the fact that Red 13 becomes a teenager of a voice, you know, in after his whole thing, and it's like, well, I mean, you know, to be fair, that is kind of how he was originally in the old game as well, and the problem with that is that because we didn't have voice acting in the 90s, it's not really inherently that clear what Red 13's voice was supposed to be like, despite his dialogue kind of changing a little bit, but not really. I didn't have any issues with it, to be honest. It made, like, story-wise, it made sense to me why his voice changed, so I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. You know? But also, I think Rebirth also just had very short dungeons. Versus, like, the dungeons in Remake were longer but more fun. And I think they did that because they didn't want to make you stay in dungeons too long so you could explore the open world and do Chadley's things. I liked his deeper voice. I did too. I do like what they did with the English casting in that. But I can't sit here and say, like, they should not have done it because story-wise, blah, 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 or whatever. I'm still very excited for the third part of Remake. I'm gonna be very excited to play it. Regardless of how the story goes and everything, it is undeniable, too, that the gameplay of Remake Rebirth, this hybrid system that they have going, is very fun. And Remake's, Rebirth's additions and changes to a lot of things was very, very well done. I had a lot of fun playing the game. In fact, I always wanted to be in combat more when I wasn't, like, in an open world section. Like, I enjoyed doing Chadley's missions because I could just faff around in the combat, and that was, like, really fun for me. Especially, like, for me, it was, like, Cloud, Barret, and Yuffie. Holy heck, right? Like, what a dynamic trio. Unstoppable when I had them out. It was so much fun fighting in that game, and the materia thing was great. I just hope Square Enix learns that a UI should not run at 2 frames a second on the PlayStation 5. That is what I really hope for. There's also a slight hope that I hope that they release the game on PC next, as opposed to just, you know, coming to PC later, so I could just use my PC, which would be much better to run that sort of game than the base PS5. Yeah, so the problem with Rebirth's UI was they had everything, like, fully rendered out, and it ran like absolute shit. Like, it would stutter. Even in performance mode, it would not run very well at all. It was very funny. And also the UI was just really bad. They had a perfectly fine, good UI in Remake, and then they overhauled it, and it was very confusing to know how to change party members. It's very confusing on how to do weapon skills and everything, because I was still under the impression it was like the first game, and then they're like, no, it's not like the first game, so congratulations, you're a dummy because you can't read. And it's like, why are there 3 different menus for me to change my party game? It's not that I can't read, it's that I'm reading party in 3 different locations, and I can't actually change any of them. So, like, what do you mean I have to go into combat settings, and then there's a button to hit square to change my current party, and then it takes like 3 seconds for that to happen, versus the actual party menu that's on the main menu part of it is just like, hi, you want to look at your party members and how pretty they are? Yeah, go for it. Yo, status. Sick, bro. You know? But get the Lock the Vibe stage feet. Not sure how that go for the Final 7 remake. Yes, I know. I have heard that whatchamacallit. I have heard that at least 7 Remake wasn't the worst port in the entire world. But again, at least when it comes, the thing with Square Enix is that they at least are very okay with mods for the most part, and so at least for a lot of it is going to be fixed. Square Enix is one of the worst companies known for PC ports. What's up, Adam? We don't do TTS on Saturdays, we only do TTS on Thursdays. So, but again, at least I would have more performance power out of my PC than I would a PlayStation 5. For when in cases that, you know, they would be like, oh, you can't run because you want to have performance for your UI? Haha, suck a dick. No. Ultimately, though, I do also wish I could tell some Square Enix rep to basically be like, look, here's what I want you to do. I want you to have graphics mode for cutscenes, and I want you to immediately cut back to performance mode when I'm in gameplay. That is all I want. If you can give me that, I will be very happy, and I will even pay for that sort of feature. Because Remake and Rebirth are very pretty games. Arguably, Remake is a little bit prettier than Rebirth, but that's just me. But I also feel like there were a lot of instances where like I ended up playing in graphics mode and locking myself to 30 frames a second because I wanted the prettier cutscenes. But I couldn't just do that or I couldn't just do that in like performance mode because it's like, well, maybe I want to play in 60 frames a second with performance mode and have better button inputs and yada yada, right? With input buffer and everything. But then the cutscenes would look so weird. Like, I swear, I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the way, when they originally released this game, Cloud looks like a wax model from, like, Ripley's, like, you know, what's it museum? Like, it's weird. It appears that they figured it out by the time they got to the PC/Switch 2 port, because apparently, if you look at some of those scenes and pictures from the Switch 2 port of, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it seems that they've like polished up a lot of the models. So clearly something happened here. That being said though, Cloud still does look like he belongs in a wax museum, and his eyes look like he's seen Vietnam 3 Ways to Sunday, which he has in all fairness. He has seen quite a lot in his life. But that is irrespective and regardless of the point. If you just look at like Tifa, for example, you see what I really mean. There as well. But I'm hopeful. I'll be happy to play the final part of Remake Rebirth anyway. I don't really care too much that it's not a very one-to-one iteration of Final Fantasy VII, because if I wanted that, I can just play the original. But for the most part, the story is going in the same direction. Rebirth just confirms that a lot of really crazy things are happening, and Hamaguchi and Kitase are just like... hey, you know, Medusa's arrow. Oh, you good? No, you bad. You good? You are bad. You are no good. That's not great. But what it is more so is that the current timeline for Remake and Rebirth are referencing and using parts of the original timeline to influence this current timeline, because Sephiroth is trying to universe hop to gather all emotions and possibilities and truly, you know, go back to his mama or whatever the hell, right? And Aerith is also dimension hopping because Final Fantasy VII Aerith talked to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Aerith on the live stream during the Tower of Ancients and yada yada, and it's a whole thing. It's fine. It's not a big deal. The main stuff still happened. Spoiler alert, Aerith still dies in Rebirth. But she may not be, like, fully dead. So who knows? Who knows? It's whatever. But yeah. You have to use that whenever I get my damn internet fixed. Yeah, honestly, dude. That sucks, man. I think for the most part, though, the gaming industry kind of has sort of figured out, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't make giant open worlds anymore, akin to TOTK and Breath of the Wild, but, what do I know? One, two, three, 4, 5. Hence why you're playing it. You know that Final Fantasy IV slaps, hence why you're playing it. I like Final Fantasy IV. I've had a really good time with it. I have liked all of the original games that I have played. I've liked 1, I like 2, I like 3, and I'm enjoying 4 a lot. Although I do kind of wish I did not have to use the ATB system, but you know what? That's what we're here for, so we can see Streamer have a hard time. And I'm excited for Final Fantasy V as well, and I cannot wait to also not play Final Fantasy VI. But I am enjoying 4. 4 has been really, really good so far. It is hard, though, but I think the 2x XP helped me a lot there for a second. That being said, though, I have to get ready for D&D. So I have to go. So let me get to the overworld, do a proper savey save, and then we will be on our merry way. As I mentioned earlier, starting from next week is going to be the hybrid streams for RPGs as well, like I've been doing on Thursdays for Touhou. So the first half of stream next Saturday will be Trails Beyond Horizon, which I'm super excited about. And then the second half of the stream will be Final Fantasy IV. I'm going to say that I need at least 2 more streams to beat Final Fantasy IV. And so, yeah.